With just 44 goals in the Premier League last season, their lowest tally in the modern era, Manchester United are crying out for a true number 9. In a perfect financial world, the Red Devils would love to sign not just one, but two of their top striker targets, Benjamin Sesko, Ollie Watkins, and Nicolas Jackson. But picking the right one is no simple task. Each name represents a different blend of age, experience, and risk. Let's start with Benjamin Sesko, a name that might not ring too many bells for Premier League fans just yet. But make no mistake, there's a reason why United have been tracking him so closely. Sesko ticks every box for a modern-day number 9. He's 6 feet 5 inches, 1.95 meters, tall, but moves with the grace of someone half his size. He's lightning quick on the break, two-footed in front of goal, and unnervingly calm inside the box. His 2024-25 campaign with RB Leipzig was a breakout season, 21 goals in all competitions, more than any current United player managed. What's even more telling is his chance conversion rate, 28%. That's not just raw talent, that's clinical efficiency, honed through discipline and smart development. Drop Sesko into Ruben Amorim's system, and the fit is almost seamless. He profiles similarly to the kind of striker Amorim worked wonders with at Sporting Lisbon. Think Victor Gyökeres. Sesko can lead the line on his own, act as the target man for long balls from Onana, but also link up intelligently with attacking midfielders like Bruno Fernandes and Matheus Cunha. He's not obsessed with just scoring goals either. He'll pull defenders out of position, drag the back line, and create space for runners from midfield. In a system that doesn't rely on a traditional number 10, a selfless, intelligent striker like Sesko could be the missing piece of the puzzle. What's fascinating is that many scouting reports draw parallels between Sesko and Erling Haaland. Both are tall, quick, minimalistic in style, and lethal in the penalty area. Let's not forget, United passed on Haaland back in 2020 due to hesitation over agent fees. He went to Dortmund, then City, and has tormented them ever since. Signing Sesko could be their shot at redemption, a chance to secure a long-term number 9 who, if nurtured correctly, could lead the line at Old Trafford for the next 5 to 7 years. But that's also where the risk begins. Sesko is still raw. He hasn't yet experienced the intensity of the Premier League. Scoring 20 goals in the Bundesliga is one thing. Doing it under the glare of English media, with defenders breathing down your neck and every missed chance dissected in the headlines, is something else entirely. Manchester United have seen exciting young talents like Sancho and Antony arrive with great fanfare, only to fade when they couldn't adapt tactically. Sesko feels different, quieter, humbler, more grounded. But when you're talking about a £100 million project built on young legs, the margin for error is small. Financially, Sesko's release clause is believed to be between £68 million and £87 million. That's a hefty investment for a player still growing. But if United are truly committed to rebuilding, if they want to embrace a new identity based on pressing, pace, and vertical transitions, then Sesko could be the focal point of it all. He's not the kind of signing you burn out in his first season. He's the kind you protect, develop, and build around, something United haven't exactly done well with their raw gems in recent years. After Sesko, the next big name on Manchester United's radar is Ollie Watkins. Right now, United don't just need a striker who can score a few goals against Burnley or Leicester. They need a top-class finisher, a reliable front man who can carry the weight of expectations at Old Trafford. And when you look at where United are as a club, Watkins could be the steady hand Amorim needs to buy time. Time to build something bigger. In an era where United can't afford another transfer misstep, Watkins feels like a sensible, straightforward choice, one that promises real, measurable impact. In the 2024-25 Premier League season, he delivered 16 goals and 8 assists in just around 2,600 minutes of play. The year before, even better, 19 goals, 13 assists, directly contributing to 32 league goals. Only Mohamed Salah and Phil Foden matched or bettered those numbers among English attackers. More importantly, that wasn't some one-season wonder. Since arriving in the Premier League with Aston Villa, Watkins has never scored fewer than 10 goals a season. Regardless of the manager and whether it was Dean Smith, Steven Gerrard, or Unai Emery, Watkins was always the constant, always the attacking anchor. That kind of reliability and tactical versatility is exactly what Manchester United have been desperately needing after so many failed punts on potential. Tactically, Watkins is a near-perfect fit for Ruben Amorim's system. He thrives in high pressing, makes relentless off-the-ball runs, links up well in tight spaces, and creates space for others with his intelligent movement. That's precisely why he's been so trusted by managers who favor structured, possession-based systems. In Amorim's expected 3-4-2-1 setup, with Bruno Fernandes and either Brian Mbeumo or Mateus Cunha operating in the half spaces behind, Watkins could serve as the ideal focal point, one who connects play and finishes chances. He's not a traditional bulldozer like Paulinho was for Amorim at Sporting, but he's smarter on the ball and more efficient in front of goal. One stat sums up his value: 109 combined goals and assists in 184 Premier League games. To put that into context, the closest current United player is Marcus Rashford, who has just hit the 100-goal mark after nearly a decade at the club. Højlund and Garnacho are still in the early chapters of their stories. Simply put, United don't currently have a true number 9 with consistent Premier League production. Watkins wouldn't just be a signing, he'd be the standard, the platform, the reference point for a forward line still searching for identity and structure. But no transfer is without its red flags. The first concern: age. Watkins has just turned 29. If he joins this summer, he'll begin life at Manchester United at 30, a number that often triggers alarm bells when it comes to physical peak and long-term value. It brings back memories of Casemiro, hailed as a world-class safe bet when he joined in 2022, only to decline dramatically after one strong season. In a league as physically demanding as the Premier League, especially for a striker expected to lead the press from the front, a £60 million investment in a 30-year-old comes with obvious risks, both in terms of performance and resale value. Then there's the question of ceiling. Watkins is highly rated in the English media and by coaches alike, often dubbed the most consistent number 9 outside the top 4. But that very phrase, outside the top 4, is what gives many United fans pause. Can a club aiming to win the Premier League, dreaming of deep runs in the Champions League, afford to pin their hopes on a striker seen by many as simply very good, but not elite, especially in a season that could define not only Ruben Amorim's future, but the fate of United's entire rebuild? The final name on this short list is Nicolas Jackson. On paper, the numbers aren't bad: 13 goals and 6 assists across all competitions in the 2024-25 season. But dig deeper, and the context says more than the stats ever could. Most of Jackson's contributions came during a turbulent period for Chelsea, a time marked by chaos, injuries, and a total lack of tactical direction. When Nkunku, Broja, and Madueke were all sidelined, it was Jackson who carried the weight of Chelsea's attack, sometimes as the lone spark in an otherwise lifeless front line. If we place him in the Manchester United frame, Jackson is the kind of player Ruben Amorim might experiment with, but never someone to build an entire project around. He's quick, accelerates well, holds his own in 1-versus-1 situations, presses with intensity, and knows how to find pockets of space. These attributes match Amorim's preference for high-tempo transitions and vertical attacks, reminiscent of his days at Sporting Lisbon. But in one key area, Jackson still comes up short: composure in the penalty box. The fact that Jackson has now lost his starting place at Chelsea to young guns like João Pedro and Liam Delap is a worrying sign. It suggests he hasn't met the tactical standards set by Enzo Maresca. And here's the issue: if a system like Maresca's, which shares similarities with Amorim's style, doesn't see Jackson as the answer, then handing him the number 9 role at United would be more of a gamble than a solution. And gambles are exactly what this club can no longer afford. Reports have surfaced suggesting Ruben Amorim himself remains unconvinced by Jackson. His inclusion on United's shortlist may owe more to agent influence or media speculation than genuine managerial interest. That alone should raise red flags, especially for a club desperate to avoid the same mistakes that turned talents like Sancho, Van de Beek, and Antony into tactical liabilities. From a purely footballing perspective, if Manchester United are considering Jackson simply because he's affordable and has Premier League experience, then this could be a deal that backfires. All signs from Chelsea point to a player who still needs a major step forward before being considered a top-level striker. And right now, Old Trafford is no place for half-baked projects. This is a club searching for stability and silverware, not another uncertain prospect to mold. Jackson might be looking for a club to revive his own career, but expecting him to be the savior of Manchester United. That's a stretch. He may be trying to rescue himself, but he's not ready to rescue a club like United. As we look at the big picture, it's clear Manchester United have reached a critical crossroads in their rebuild. Finding the right striker won't just influence next season, it could shape the next era at Old Trafford. So, among the three contenders, Benjamin Sesko, Ollie Watkins, and Nicolas Jackson, who do you believe is the right man to lead the line for the Red Devils? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below, and let's dive deeper into the debate together. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.